Sure, these guys look like they know what they're doing, but the one thing that separates them from us is the fact that they didn't watch this video, and this is the end result. Now, don't take me in the wrong way, these videos were not funny, and in some ways these videos were really serious, but all of this brings us to the number one of how to avoid dying on the motorcycle. As weird as it might sound, spending all of your days watching crash videos on YouTube really improves the way you ride. Look at this guy for example, he's doing wheelies in traffic. Well, maybe you should avoid doing what he's doing. Oh look, this guy is lane splitting, going 120 miles per hour. Well, maybe you should avoid doing that either. Half of my viewers, if not more than half, don't actually own a bike yet. So maybe instead of learning from your own mistakes, learn from others while you still don't have a bike. Trust me, it's going to save your ass. I know that because it saved mine. Sure, you will have a couple of close calls here and there, everyone does, but at least you won't be flying 50 foot into the air because you went into an oncoming lane. Love you, Zazzy Pube. Speaking of crashing because you went into an oncoming lane, I'll give you a great tip that saved my ass multiple times after a close call on my Ninja 300. If you want to avoid this, and this, and this, just repeat this one phrase in your head before entering any turn.
Don't target fixate. Don't target fixate.
And just do that every single time you enter a curve. It might sound stupid at first, but trust me, this will help you focus and maybe not die? Oh yeah, what is target fixation? To put it into simple terms, it's when you focus going into a pole instead of the road ahead of you. So next time just keep your head in the direction of the curve. The direction you look in, that's the direction the bike will go. It's like magic. Kinda. Not really. But on a serious note, target fixation is something that can get you killed, so my advice is to do some research on that topic. Next up, we have something that most of us are guilty of. That is buying Chinese knockoff parts from eBay or Amazon, especially those levers. For the most part, those are completely fine. And I said for the most part. But. So I went over onto Amazon and I bought these MZS levers. Let's see how they are. The one problem I found though is once you shake it, listen to this. You hear that? What I found out is actually there was a loose washer between the nut. And later I found out that these nuts are not even fully tightened. I can legit unscrew this with my finger. Are you kidding me? A link to where you can get these theft levers are provided with an affiliate link below. Don't buy them. So listen, if you're going to be buying Chinese knockoff parts, go ahead. Just inspect them before you put them into your bike, or else you end up with let's just say, a messed up day. Alright, this next one I see way too often. If you are in an emergency situation, don't rev your bike. Oh look, a car is pulling out in front of me, let me just rev my bike. Instead of, applying the front brake, you do realize your front brake is on the same side as your throttle. So by pulling that throttle, you're limiting yourself to apply the front brake efficiently. That's why the horn is positioned on the opposite side of your handlebars, so you can apply the brakes while using the horn. I know a lot of you would say that the horn is nowhere near as loud as your engine on that Gixxer 9000. And I actually agree, but there are alternatives, like this Stable mini air horn. Links in the description below. People will hear you from a mile away. And by the way, I'm not saying you shouldn't rev your bike. I'm saying don't do stupid things like revving in an emergency situation. And at number 5 we got our number 1 killer, and that is the HOV Lane. Now you may be asking, HOV Lane? Yep, HOV Lane. You see, the problem that I have with that lane is not the lane, but the drivers that will try to swerve into it in heavy traffic. You see, when there's heavy traffic on the right side and no traffic on the left, all of those loner drivers will go out of their way and break the law by crossing into the HOV lane. Now, motorcycles are way harder to spot compared to cars. Why? Because most brains are not trained to look for bikes on the road. What do I mean by that? Well, most people expect to only see cars when they're driving, and that kinda gets engraved in everyone's brains. So when a person glances in their mirror to go into that juicy HOV lane, there might be a bike in the reflection, but they won't see it because the brain doesn't see it as a car, therefore it makes it seem like there's no one there. And when a bike is moving 60 miles an hour and the car pulls out from a complete stop, this is what happens. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use the HOV lane in heavy traffic. I'm saying you just have to be really careful, slow down and be aware, because I'm sure you'd rather get home 10 minutes later instead of flying over the handlebars and getting badly injured for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry that I barely release videos anymore, and that is because we had snow here since October. For now, I'll try to release these types of videos until the weather gets better. My question is, do you guys like these type of videos? Please comment below. Also, I've been working on another channel in the meantime for the winter called Explained by a Degenerate. If you guys like fast-paced, kind of educational content, you might want to go ahead and check it out. Maybe even subscribe. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Many other videos are coming out soon, and we'll see you in the next one.